on Everdream. And would you look at that, Cure decides to send out an SCV right away at the very beginning of the game. Now, there's a couple of options that he's got, but they pretty much all involve proxy barracks. I wonder if it's going to be 2 or 3 barracks. We'll have to see how many of those bad boys he decides to send across the map. There we go. Second one comes up right now as well. Question is, where is he going to be planting down those structures? It looks like one of them at the very least is going to go up right here in the center. And there we go, by the way. Third SCV now also moving. A second question that I also have right now is whether or not Cyril is going to end up drone scouting. Cyril and Raynor have been drone scouting, especially on this map in this matchup. Looks like he's going to skip it this time around. Most of the time, they sent the drone that scouts their site. Also, with the one that you know, plants down the hatchery. Anyways, so it looks like it is going to be a triple barracks opener. Is this going to be spotted here by Cyril? Look at these structures, man. I wonder if Cure knows where Cyril likes to send his Overlord scouts, because this seems to be pretty much perfect. By the way, for those of you wondering why one of those barracks is so far off on its own, Zerk has a different response to a 2 Rex than they do against a 3 Rex. So it's actually, oh my god, I think this is perfect. Yeah, this is perfect. Nicely done, Cure. He knows where those Overlords of Cyril go. Second one moving across the map, and this is not gonna be spotted whatsoever. All right, so Marines will be coming up here. He's still actually not showing anything, right? So all that Cyril knows right now is that he's going up against the standard opener. He's expecting a Reaper to come across here very shortly. Now, if this Overlord dies, that is game over. Cyril right now sees what's going on, sends the Overlord to the pillar, so that's important. That way it won't be gunned out of the sky. Losing that one, that would be an absolute disaster. Now, he is pulling a couple of drones as well to try and see if he can prevent any bunkers from coming up. And actually, he decides to pull way more. He doesn't know if it's 2 Rex or 3 Rex at this point. Still has not spotted exactly where these units are coming from. One brave little drone is going to try and figure out exactly what is happening. I don't know if it really matters at this point, because you're not really going to be able to start up Zerking speed or additional queens or anything like that anyway. He does know right now that it is going to be 3 Rex, because, I mean, he sees one of the Rex by itself. But I think that this is in the bag, right, for Cure. It comes down to the control here, I guess. If that bunker finishes, this is going to be so much easier. Now, nice little bit of damage here being done by Cyril regardless with the drones, but obviously every single second right now that goes by, he's barely getting any money. Ooh, is he going to be able to finish this one? Oh my god, he will, just barely in time. SCV actually pops into the bunker as well. And, well, yeah, the spine crawler, it's good, but what are you going to do? Overlord popped out of the sky as well. And at this point, I'm a little bit concerned here for the finisher. If he can kill, you know, anything here inside of the main base, imagine if he kills the spawning pool. That would be absolutely amazing. I think he doesn't really want to split up the units though, and I think that's a bit of a risk. Just keep producing more units. He is, by the way, expanding behind this as well. But yeah, GG is called. Cure wins game number 2. Yeah, so for some reason, they've added a countdown timer, not only to the games, but also to the replays. So every single time I take a breath, right? I see the replay bar loading in, I take a breath, I'm ready to cast. There's a countdown first. It's a little bit anticlimactic. I'm not sure why we need it for a replay. But regardless, here we go. Game number 3. We find ourselves on Pillars of Gold. Now, that was a bit of a gamble though for Cure, right? Because if those barracks got spotted, I mean, by one of those Overlords, for example, that would have been an absolute disaster for him. It worked out, but just barely. I wonder if Cyril's going to be intimidated by that kind of style as well. Maybe he's just going to end up sending, you know, a drone once again on his side of the map as well to scout exactly what's going on. First Overlord here, checking out the most likely proxy locations. Second Overlord, also now used for scouting. So Cyril won't really know too much when it comes to the Terrans side of the map, but he will find out pretty much all the locations where Terrans can get cheeky with their very first structures. Looks like in this particular case, though, no proxies are coming up, but you can see Cyril adjusting in this game already. Not sending any OVs across the map. Well, maybe he will send one here in just a little bit, but yeah, he's making sure that at the very least he's not going to take another one of those silly losses very, very easily. I mean, you may wonder, right? What are the odds of my opponent going for the exact same build order once again? I don't know how many of you watched. I think this was WESG, Maru versus, I don't know, TY or something a couple years ago. I believe it was Maru that like proxy 3 Rex like 4 games in a row. Like, absolutely ridiculous, you know? Game number 2, you're like, okay, there's no way he's gonna do it again, right? Game number 3, there's no way. He just did it twice. There's no way he's gonna do it again, right? And then game 4, he did it again. I believe that was Maru. I believe it was Maru versus TY. Anyways, really funny stuff. Something, yeah, that you just play the sickest of mind games. Because what are the odds when your opponent is one of the best macro Terrans in the world that they're gonna do the same stupid cheesy build several times in a row? Anyhow, nothing out of the ordinary. By the way, another option here for Sarah would just be to go for like a pool first. Pool first is not necessarily like a guaranteed hold against triple proxy, but it makes things a little bit easier. It makes things a little bit easier, usually. I mean, I say that right now, but I'm actually thinking about it because on some of these maps, you're going to be able to put down a bunker much closer to the hatchery, and it creates like all kinds of drama as well. I don't actually know what the current stance on that is. It may very well actually be the case that I'm wrong there, and that actually pool first is considered to be worse against triple proxy Rex. Maybe maybe it's better against double proxy Rex. I'm not entirely sure. Anyhow, yeah, because you also slow down your queen production, right? Plus you don't have the creep here. I don't know. I open up hatchery first every single Zerg versus Terran anyway. Seems to be the better move overall. Plus, I like the fact that my queens line up with energy. This makes it a little bit more straightforward to play. Anyhow, once again, very quick third command center right here for Cure. I want to keep an eye out right here on exactly what he decides to do. Is he going to go for a second barracks once again? I doubt it. Third gas is coming up. You know what that means, right? Well, maybe you don't. Actually, it's just a second gas. Never mind. Means nothing. I forget all I said. I thought this was going to be a super quick third gas. This is probably actually Cure playing the mind game here with Serral. Knowing that Serral will probably scout here in just a little bit, he may very well, you know, think as well that it's going to be a battlecruiser opener. Normally the only time where when you decide to go for a third gas here on the low ground is if it is going to be a BC opener. But, well, you could still go for battlecruisers actually. Second factory coming up right now. Okay, well, it won't be battlecruisers. Probably a Viking. There we go. Marines are patrolling all around. So that means that this Overlord has a very small chance of seeing anything. Yep, second Marine. Jimmy and his pal, they're gonna force that Overlord back to the golden pillar. The pillar of gold, I mean, excuse me. It is, I think, gonna be a blue flame opener. So a heavy Hellion opener here where you eventually get yourself the blue flame upgrade. This is one of those pushes that can severely shut down the Zerg player. So there's a couple of cool moves here being done by the Terran. Really quick third command center, so that indicates a macro opener. But he's also going for one of those builds that can just accidentally win you the game, you know? Like if Zerg decides to play a little bit risky, they may just accidentally die to a couple of blue flame boys. And there it is, by the way. Infernal Pre-Igniter is coming up. Sadly for him, though, I looked at the production tab there, and I saw a couple of roaches coming up. I haven't really been paying attention here to the main base of the Zerg player, but roaches are already being produced. And what do you do at that point with the Infernal Pre-Igniter? Do you just keep it up? I guess so. Apparently you do keep it up. Now, I don't really like this position too much right now for Cure, though, because this is going to be a little bit of harassment here by Serral. So he's only sending a small handful of units across the map, and now he's droning behind it once again, getting himself a lair. We'll see what his tech is going to be as a follow-up. Blue Flame is obviously still pretty powerful, though, even against Ravagers, right? Like, it just makes the Hellions stronger. If you already committed to it, may as well. Ooh. Medevac almost actually gets biled down. Ooh, I love the addition, actually, here of the Viking as well. The Viking can eat quite a few hits. Nice little bit of target firing right here by Serral, but he's going to end up losing, I think, all of those Ravagers. Looks like it anyway. Did he just... Oh my god. He just picked up the landed Viking inside of a medevac to chase down Ravagers. Welcome to 2020. Now we've seen it all. That is... Okay. It doesn't happen all too often that you pick up a landed Viking in the medevac, but it is cute. Alright, Spire and Bailing Nest as a follow-up here from Serral. So he's just been happily droning up. I'm still really liking this position for him, despite the fact that his Ravagers got killed. The Ravagers really aren't all too important as this game progresses. Speaking of not important things, though, well, Stimpacking is important, but Blue Flamer right now, it's not going to be that great. Okay, so what he's doing right now, and I do like this move, he's pushing back the Overlords, right? So this Viking has been hard at work, and sadly it does die there. after killing Ravagers and after killing Overlords, it cleared a path right here for this medevac to go into the main base unscouted. It's loaded up with 4 blue flame boys. So this is something that can deal an awful lot of damage. And it's something that Sarah won't see coming until the units are probably already inside of his main base. Now, he is very, very good when it comes to responding rapidly. This is going to be spotted. Hello, hello. Well, how many drones can he get? 6 drones, 8 drones, 9 drones. Pretty good. And there we go. Only 1 Hellion goes down. Not bad at all. Now, mutas are coming up, so... Oh, actually, at the same time, we have a couple of the Blue Flame boys, too, over at the 3rd base. And this is nice. I like this a lot. So, I was critiquing the opener a little bit there from Cure, but he's showing us that even after that, if you can plan ahead right and you can get the Viking in the correct spot, you can get the Viking to clear the path for the medevac, you can still get a whole lot of work done. Alright, well, that medevac is sacrificing himself. It's a little bit sad, dude. It's an empty medevac, though. Probably trying to outsmart Cero there, but Cero did not fall for it. Medivacs, or sorry, missile turrets are coming up here. They're not done yet, though. Ooh, and this is painful. While a bunch of units were indeed... well, actually, you know what? Only 1 siege tank. I thought maybe he was going to get the 2nd one as well, but a couple of Marines came up for the rescue. Yeah, I actually don't think it was that painful. I take it back. That was totally reasonable. Good defense here by Cure. Losing 1 of those siege tanks is not great, but that's acceptable. Oh my god. Cure. No way. Did that actually... Alright, Cyril didn't see that. Or maybe he did, and he just ignored it. Oh, wow. Wow. What? Really? Oh. Alright. That was a very, very brave SCV that started up the construction over there. Now, Liberator in the main base did go unscouted. Looks like a couple of drones once again were killed here. Don't really know exactly what that was. May have been another Hellion, maybe a Medivac drop or something like that. Yeah, I'm liking this position here for the South Korean player a lot more. That said, though, we're now approaching the comfort zone of Zero. I don't think Zero has any particular weaknesses. He's extremely good mid-game, late-game, early game. Doesn't really have anything where he struggles. That said, though, I feel like he's probably the scariest at this point in the game, where he has full map control. He has been messed with a little bit. It comes down, I think, primarily here to the next timing. What is this? Why is this here? Hello, Cure. Did you forget about it or something? What's going on? Is this just a taunt to Zerg? Anyways, I think this comes down primarily to the next attack here of Cure. So notice here, he's playing a bio-based army, so that's a little bit different from your regular conventional mech force that we saw last time around. He has +2/+2 coming up. Now, by the time that these 2 upgrades finish, he's going to be maxed out. And that push is going to be the risky one. That's the one where he is likely going to put all of his eggs in one basket, okay? He just added on more production. Why is he having this 4th command? What's going on?
Time is money, friend.
Medevac in the main base gets sniped, and that's cool and all, but what in the world's happening here? Now, these units, once again, they're planned ahead, right? So he's cleaning up creep,
Keep it quick,
so he can
kid.
eventually...
I ain't got all day. Welcome to Ratchet. Hope
He
you're
can
looking for
eventually
work.
go in for the push with those siege tanks. I don't know why that's 4th command... What's going on? There you go. He finally continues production of it right now, but that has been there for, I don't know, like 3 minutes? That's very odd. I guess... So one thing a lot of pro gamers do is that they have only camera hotkeys. So there's a camera hotkey for the natural, main, and the 3rd base. And usually they scroll as little as they can, right? They don't really want to scroll the screen as much. Maybe Cure was just not scrolling the screen there at all, and, well, centering on the main, natural, and the 3rd just simply didn't give him the vision of that base. I don't know. A little bit odd there. Nice little bit of damage done here, though, by the Mutalisks. Getting a +1 armory. Oh my god, if he gets these 2... Oh my god. Well, this is, like I said, kind of like the strategy for Cure. Sadly for Cyril, he didn't get the one with the... Oh my god, oh, that's so painful. I was going to say, sadly, he didn't get the one with +1 or +2 weapon upgrades.
Sure could use your
which
help,
is way
kid.
more important for Terran, but... Well, that is... that's nasty. That may be the nail in the coffin, to be completely honest with you, man. Like, that is such a huge advantage. Yeah, a couple mutas died there. Only actually 3 in total. This is really, really bad right now for Cure. 4th command center finally finishes. But basically, right, you set up for a timing attack. with this kind of push. He basically set up for this timing attack when he started up Stimpak, which is like 8 minutes ago. And yeah, he's just got the knight. He just got the knight.
You need.
Yo.
Couple of banelings right now, rolling forward. And this is going to be Serral using a very similar approach as he did in the previous game. But you can see Cure is a little thrown off right now. Not looking as crisp as he did in that very first match. Here we go. Cirque is maxed out. Got a lot of money. Oh, and now with most of that anti-air gone, it looks like the Mutas can start roaming forward as well. That said though, more Mutas, or sorry, more Marines come running down the ramp, but that's the 4th base gone. Serral gets out of there. Reproduces 78 Zerglings. +2/+2 is going to finish up here for Serral. Hive is done as well. Is Adrenal Glands already done? No, he'll probably start that one up here in just a little bit. He's just prioritizing getting additional banelings here. This is just him playing overly cautious. I think he could probably start up Adrenal Glands just fine, but he doesn't want to be caught off guard against this really strong Terran pusher. This is going to be the one chance, okay? This is going to be the one chance that Cure has. Oh, you know what? Turns out Adrenal Glands was indeed a little bit too expensive. Would have cost him a lot of banelings. All he needs to do right now is just shut down this push, right? Apparently he's feeling confident enough as well that he's going to fly the Mutas across the map. With his missile turret gone, that 3rd base is in shatters. And, yeah. Unless Cure can pull a rabbit out of a hat with these units that he's got, he loses 2 more siege tanks. I don't really see it happening here. Serral rinses and repeats. Banelings come in from the back as well. And while the Medivac will be there for the hot pickup, the Mutas, in the meantime, killed the 3rd base. Phenomenal game right there by Serral. Absolutely fantastic. All right, so the next map is Death Aura. So in the previous game, right, we saw Serral taking a little bit of damage in the early game, but as soon as the Mutas started flapping their wings, it kind of felt like he was just in control. And I don't know, maybe this is one of the signs of greatness, right? This is one of the things that, like, elite athletes do as well in conventional sports. They make it look easy, right? When you look at the guys, like, running, I don't know, like the what is it, like the 400-meter dash and all that. I don't really watch that many conventional sports, but they make it look easy. And then next time around, you try and do a sprint yourself, you absolutely realize that they're going so fast that you're not even remotely close. It looks easy, but what Serral's doing here in these games is extremely difficult. Making the decision there to jump into the main base and to snipe the 2-2 upgrades, it is something that can work really, really well for you, but it can also completely mean the end for all of your Mutas. And then all of a sudden, right, that +2/+2 maxed out timing attack is going to be lethal, right? That's going to be the end of the game. So you got to make those decisions in such a very, very quick... like, you only have a second, really, to make that... No, not even a second. Like, you only have a very short while to... Yeah, it's... You guys get what I'm trying to say. It's very impressive. I guess that there's going to be a couple people watching this video in the comment section. Well, all that Zerg needs to do is... This is what you sound like, by the way, when you type those comments. All you need to do is make mutalings and banes, and then you just roll forward and attack move. That's... Yeah, no, that's not fair. Anyways, let's see what Cure decides to go for in this particular game. No cheekiness this time around. We did see the drone going around the map again as well to make sure that there was not going to be any, you know, proxy barracks coming up from Cure. Cure probably a little bit frustrated though. Game number 1, he went for a cool build, but the cool build, I mean, it was also very expensive, and Serral just simply came out ahead there because he had way more stuff, right? Terran really didn't do any harassment there after the early game whatsoever. I think he killed like 2 drones in that very first game. Didn't really happen. Game 2, yeah, Cure won, but that's not really like, I don't know, you don't really feel that much more confident after a game like that, right? It's like, haha, I gotcha. But now we have to play the next game, right? Like, you showed that you can win, making a couple barracks on the other side of the map. Congratulations. Game 3, he played a stock standard build, nothing out of the ordinary whatsoever. He did that really well. But then the, you know, the structures in the main base got sniped. He forgot that he had a 4th command center for God knows what reason. And it was just not as clean, right? He did do a good job with the Hellion harass, I suppose, in the previous game. But he was thrown off a little bit. And, I mean, at this level, it's like the small things that add up very, very quickly. You can't really make a whole lot of mistakes against someone of the caliber of Serral. So we'll see what Cure decides to go for over here, because I can imagine this is a little bit demoralizing. I think you just go for a normal, straightforward game, kind of like you did in game number 3, but maybe even more normal, okay? Like even more standard. Don't go for any tricks. Don't try your luck. Display your standard marine siege tank-based army. Once again, by the way, second refinery over here in the natural. There is an overlord all the way in the back. This one will probably be used for scouting here in just a little bit. But so far, this is looking really, really nice, right? I wouldn't even mind actually seeing a battlecruiser opener. I know that they have kind of fallen out of, you know, out of favor a little recently, but I still think that they are pretty good. Once again, by the way, 3.5-minute roach warren here for Serral. Second gas is coming up. This may actually be Serral. Third gas is going up. I think this may very well be Serral once again, either going for that push like he did on Pillars of Gold, or maybe go for an all-out assault, right? Because the problem there for Terran is that you really don't know what it is that Zerk is going for. Now, keeping this Overlord alive is really critical. So that's a really nice snipe there for Cure. When you go for a Roach Warren-based push, you really need to keep all your OVs alive. Because every Overlord that you lose basically cuts into the production that you can have, right? So, 5 roaches coming up. The question is he going to commit to more roaches here? He is adding on a couple Zerglings, but he once again goes Lair. Okay, so I think that this is just going to be a tiny bit of aggression once again, and then drones. Yep. So identical build to like the one that he played on Pillars of Gold. I like it, man. I like it. So the problem here for Terran is that you don't know if this is going to be an all-in. So look, this is what he sees. No drones at the third base, right? That scout over there is really, really important because it means that he can start up the bunkers. However, he now has no way to figure out, other than with scans, I suppose, but you can't really afford that. He has no way of knowing whether or not there's going to be a all-out assault here for Zerk, if he's going to go Ravagers and then a ton of Zerglings on the back of it as well, or if Zerk is just making a couple of Ravagers and then drones behind it, right? By the way, if you morph into Ravagers inside of one of these speed zones, they morph in twice as fast. Okay, that was a lie. I'm sorry. Sorry, that was a lie. I know some of you believe me right away, though. So, hey. Imagine that. Like, imagine if units and structures would produce faster inside of those zones. Is he paying attention? Oh, well, Serral's not even going to try. He made the assumption that Cure was paying attention. I don't think he was paying attention, though. 10 drones on the back of this. Spire already coming up. Man, this is a cool build. He's just happily droning. Now, this was a 3cc opener here from Cure, which is the reason why he's having a bit of a tough time dealing with these units over here. But he made 4 bunkers because he had no idea what he was going up against. Hit a supply block there as well. Forced to give that supply depot a little hat. It's these kind of things that add up, right? And it doesn't look like a big deal, but hitting a supply block at 7k MMR, I mean, it happens, but it's not supposed to, right? It's not supposed to. All right. Well, there we go. The piggy bank. The piggy bank bunkers were all salvaged. The third base eventually will be coming up. What's Cure going to go for right now? Going to start up with a little bit of harassment, it looks like. Spire will be finishing up here. Double Evo Chamber for the Zerk. Fourth base for the Zerk as well. Bailing Nest is done. I think he probably starts up the Bailing Speed upgrade here after starting up the first clump of Mutas. Well, they are started up right now, so I'm pretty sure he will make that transition. Looks like the units in the main base also got sniped. He does need to start up Bane Speed, though. Yeah, okay, he starts it up right now. I was going to say, like, if you don't start it early enough, the Terran pushes can be very, very scary. And actually, this Liberator over here has been putting in work. It's got 3 kills, and it also denied mining time there for, like, hundreds of lost minerals. So that's, well, hundreds of potential lost minerals, I suppose, right? Like, he could have mined it, is what I'm trying to say. So I don't mind this position here for Cure. Bailing Speed is not going to be done for a little while. So he could go for a push here with Stimpak and Combat Shield, and then +1/+1. He could go and hit a timing attack right now, and potentially, you know, do a lot of damage. Most of the time, though, Terrans tend to, like, not go for that build because they need to defend against that, right? Against these mutants. If you leave the main base alone, you're going to have, like, units all over it. But there is potential. Well, the window is closing, though. Bailing Speed is going to finish up here in about ooh, this is nice. Bailing speed is going to finish up here in just a couple seconds, so I think that window is missed. Obviously, he didn't know exactly how quickly Serral was getting it, right? So it's difficult to make that call. Okay. Oh my god. Serral getting a little bit cheeky here. Gets a medivac, I think? No, maybe not. Let's get a lot of Marines, though. Bailing speed is done right now. Pneumatized Carapace is done as well. There's already a Zergling over at the 4th base. And once again, this is where Serral has a really, really strong foothold in this game. What exactly do you do at this point to break someone like him? I can tell you what breaks me in these kind of scenarios and what breaks most Zerg players in these kind of scenarios. It's a +2/+2 timing attack with a maxed out Terran Force. There is no 4th command center here. So I don't mind the idea right now of Cure going for that all-out assault. It's just that Serral can see this coming right now from a mile away. And as long as he spreads a lot of creep and he just makes a gajillion Banelings, he is going to be in a decent enough spot. Now notice here that the Zerg upgrades for 1-1 are not done yet, right? So they're going to finish up, well, right now in about 15 seconds, right? That's pretty good, but they are very, very late in the big picture. If you compare that right here to the upgrades that Cure has, +2/+2 is about a quarter of the way done. It means that he's got about a 30-second timing window where he's going to have 2 more upgrades than his opponent, which is absolutely massive. Especially when you go for a 3-base push where you only have like a limited amount of, like, you know, economy. So he's only got 60 SCVs right now, which is not a whole lot whatsoever. He started up this push a little early, which I like. So this way he is going to be able to finish up 2-2 by the time that the fight actually happens. Either that or Zerg is going to, you know, commit and force the engagement before that point. Siege tank sieging up in the back. Nicely done. Good push right here by Cure. Cure slowly moving forward. Trying to get rid of that creep. Mutas right now, though. Oh, there's a lot of them, and they actually do rally over a group of Marines. Get a siege tank on their way out, but that's a couple of Mutas finding their grave over there. +2/+2. Only just now, I would say about a quarter of the way done for Zerg. Whereas for Terran, they're going to finish in just a couple of, well, not a couple of seconds, but they're about a quarter of the way done. Or a quarter of the way from finishing. There you go. English, hard language. And this push over here is now looking real scary. Also, because of the fact that Zerg has way more money right now coming in, they have way more supply dedicated to drones. This counterattack over here is nice, though. Yeah, this is really good. This is really, really good right now for Serral. They have a lot of supply caught up in workers, so that means that their maxed out army is not actually as scary as that of Cure. Zerglings, though, dealing an awful lot of damage. Mutas also going after those siege tanks. This counterattack is scary. Still, though, Cure. Hello. There you go. He's moving forward. 15 Marines are being produced at once. SCVs, I mean, a couple of them went down, but really not that many. I don't think this is a bad situation for Cure. Sitting on the edge of the creep. Here we go. I think that Serral wants to fight this. +2/+2 is done, by the way, for Cure. +2/+2 is going to finish up here for Serral as well. That's a lot of Banelings, by the way. Oh my god. He's got to go up to, like, what is that? 67 Banelings? Needed 2 more. Anyways, speaking of Banelings, though, they're currently rolling into the natural expansion here of the Terran player. Once again, Zerglings coming in for the counterattack. Couple of the reinforcing Marines gunned down a few Mutas as well. And that actually means that was all the Mutas. Oh my god, all the Mutas are gone. I guess this is because Serral is forced to look at, you know, 17 different things at once, and he lost track of the Mutalisks, which is really, really rough. Right now, Terran tightening the noose over at the 3rd base. Oh, it comes down to the Baneling connections. I love the fact that he is slowly, methodically moving forward here. Can he scan and kill that tumor? That would be fantastic. Siege tanks spread out absolutely wonderfully. How good are these splits of Cure going to be? He's gonna have to make sure that he splits up all of these bio units, guns down all of those Banelings as well. Phenomenal fight right there for Cure, and Serral is forced to tap out. That was awesome. Nicely done right there by Cure, showing us what you can do if you're slow, if you're patient, but you just simply hold your ground, you wait for the creep to disappear, and you go for the kill very, very patiently. All right, so what I would say...
Hi, I'm Hazel, and today we are talking about WoW reputations, specifically why you might want to catch up on old reps and how to go about doing it. So the way I see it, there are 3 good reasons for collecting old reps. The first one is for the rep collecting meta rewards. As you earn more and more exalted reputations, you'll get achievements that come with extras like titles and a mount. So at 40 exalted reputations, you will unlock the title Your Name, the Exalted. At 60 reps, you become Your Name, the Beloved. And at 100 exalted reputations, you unlock the title Esteemed Your Name and the Pureheart Courser Unicorn mount. If you need a little extra incentive, that and other unicorn mounts will be able to fly in Shadowlands. Also, a fun fact about rep collecting meta achievements, you do not need to earn all of the reps on one character in order to get the meta achievement. As long as you have them completed somewhere, they will count. Second reason to collect old reputations would be for individual rep rewards, so the mounts, pets, titles, and tabards associated with those old reputations if you're into that kind of thing. Nearly all of those things are account-wide once you've unlocked them, and there might be something really cool that you've missed out on over the years that you forgot about. And the third reason to collect old reputations, especially right now as this video comes out, is for something to do. If you ask me, this is the perfect grind for the end of the expansion if you're feeling like a little bit burnt out on current content, but you're also not really in the mood for a proper break. So that covers why you might want old reputations and brings us to how. Step number 1 is get organized. There is an add-on called Pretty Reps that will track finished reputations across characters and kind of combine them all into one universal rep sheet that shows you what you still have to do and what you have already finished, even if you finished it on an alt that you're not currently logged into. So the way this works, you're going to want to install the add-on and then log into each character that you have to track their combined reps with Pretty Reps. While you're doing this, don't forget that you can easily restore a deleted character once every 7 days. I'm definitely somebody who has like past mains from past lives that were deleted across servers, so I have been restoring them one by one to like check for any reps that they might have completed or, you know, toys that they earned but never learned to add to my collection. I love that this gives me the feeling of getting to properly like fill out a reputation sheet without worrying about redoing reps I may have done on other characters. And also, if you never quite finish one of these reputations, you can mouse over the rep and it will show you the highest reputation that you've earned and who earned that rep, because you might want to log back into whatever character that is and finish it from the latest point that you got to. So you're organized and you know what you still need. Step number 2 is to make the best use of rep buffs that you can. That could mean grinding on a human character if you have one, assuming that you're not fussy about having all of the green bars done on your main. Humans get an extra 10% rep earned from their racial ability, and if you're starting a rep from scratch anyways, you may as well get it done a little bit faster. Also check to see if the Dark Moon Fair is up. That also offers a 10% rep buff. That starts on the first Sunday of every month and lasts for a week. While the fair is up, you can head down there to hop on the carousel and get your 10% reputation from your Wii buff for an hour, and if you are really sick and tired of going all the way back to the Dark Moon Fair to reapply that rep buff every hour, consider buying some Dark Moon top hats from a vendor so that you can reapply your buff out in the field. Those cost 10 Dark Moon prize tickets each, but if you've already bought everything that you need from prize tickets, then you may as well stock up so you don't have to keep going back, because that's like the worst part. Another rep buff you can make use of comes from Guild Battle Standards. These are easy to forget about. This is an item that you will plonk down in the field and it will give you improved reputation for killing monsters as long as you stay in range of it. You can use this for dungeon reputation farms and outdoor mob grind farms. So the Battle Standard of Coordination gives 15% extra reputation from killing monsters, and it can be up for 10 minutes on a 15-minute cooldown, which gives you 66% uptime if you can stay in range of it. I wouldn't wait around for the cooldown for every boss that you kill, but just use it whenever it's convenient. You can buy the Battle Standard of Coordination from a guild vendor if your guild has completed the achievement for completing world quests. There are also lesser versions that offer less rep of the banner, but they share a cooldown, so assuming that you can get it, use the highest version of it. You can also get an extra reputation buff from certain holidays. If it happens to be Hallow's End or Pilgrim's Bounty, make sure that you pick up the seasonal buff. And if you are grinding Draenor reps in particular, having the level 3 trading post building in your garrison will give you extra reputation with those. They also tend to do a rep buff to go along with the WoW anniversary event, so keep an eye out for that every year. That tends to start in early November. So once you know which reps you need and you're buffed to the nines, that brings us to step 3, which is actually grinding the reputations. But do your research first. The first question that I ask with any reputation that I'm looking to farm is it available with time walking, and if so, is that faster? So many old reps in the game can be gotten through time walking rep tokens. Whenever a time walking event is up, the time walking vendor will offer these commendations for that expansion's reputations that you can buy for time warped badges. So for example, I still need Emperor Xiaohao rep, so if I wait for the Mists of Pandaria Time Walking event to be up, I can buy Xiaohao commendations at the Time Walking vendor for Time Warp badges. I can grind the badges any Time Walking event that I like, but if I want to spend them, I need the correct expansions vendor to be up. Those rep tokens are really nice because they're actually bind on account, meaning that you can funnel them to one character by using alts. So the strategy here would be to do one Time Walking dungeon per event on each alt that you can, just to get that 500 badge initial bonus from your first Time Walking dungeon from an event. Take those badges, buy rep tokens, mail them all to the character that's actually grinding the rep, and then rinse and repeat. Now, there are some caveats here. Currently, Classic, Legion, and BFA expansions do not have access to Time Walking, at least not as of the making of this video, so you cannot use this method to buy badges for those reputations. That could change in the future, though. Also, some reps are so easy and quick that you may be better off doing them normally, and then saving your Time Warped badges for tougher rep. Assuming that you decide not to go with the Time Walking grind for your next reputation, now it's time to check Wowhead comments for advice, tips, and farming spots to figure out the fastest way to get it the old-fashioned way. I like to read the reputation guide if there is one for a given reputation, but also just look at the reputation regularly and then check the comments, sorting by both top but then also new, because rep farming can change over time, and maybe there's some update in the newer comments that will help you more than a rep guide that was written way back when the rep first came out. All of this information can help give you a feel for how tough a rep is also, especially when judging whether or not to pursue it via Time Walking, and also, in which order you want to pursue it. Maybe you want to leave the tough ones for the very end, because, if it takes 2 years to get through your list and get to the very hardest reps, then maybe there's easier reps by then and you'll never need to. And the last thing to consider here is optimizing your time versus staying sane. So many reputations are kind of time gated, meaning that you can only earn a certain amount of rep per day. Maybe you can gain the most rep by doing a dungeon that's on a daily or weekly lockout. Maybe your reputation is kind of locked behind daily quests, but most of them have some amount of time gating. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So if you are working towards several different time-gated reps, your best bet will be to put together a route for yourself of heroic dungeons and dailies to kind of progress you steadily towards several reps. Now, the reason I don't do that is because I find it to be really sort of discouraging to spend a bunch of time working on reputations and feel like you didn't really get very far. For me, doing half of one rep feels far more satisfying than doing 5% of 10 reps, even though it's the same amount of progress towards a meta, and it might take me more calendar time to do it. I find this to be a much easier process to stick with if I just pick 1 or maybe 2 reps at a time to work on, and then don't start a new one until I'm finished. That's just kind of a personal preference thing. It is going to be much faster if you can handle multitasking multiple rep grinds at once, but don't feel bad if that drives you crazy and you would rather just focus on one at a time, because that's absolutely my life. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, good luck farming, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.
Beware the living.
I am forsaken. I haven't got all day.
This had better be good.
Hi, I'm Hazel, and today I'm bringing you the buzz on how to get the bee mount and other unbelievable bee-themed rewards of 825. I am not sorry. Before you get started, you must meet 3 requirements. First, you must be Alliance. If you're Horde, not only can you not do any of this, as things stand right now, you can't even ride the mount if it's on your account. I guess bees just hate the Horde. Second, you must be level 120. The intro event won't trigger below that. I tried. And third, you must have either the Bumble's Pet or the Sea Breeze Bumblebee will also do. I have a guide out that I'll link below on how to get Bumbles, but it will take a minimum of 7 days. The Sea Breeze Bumblebee, on the other hand, is easier to just grab. That one's off the Storm's Wake rep vendor at Revered for 250 polished pet charms. It's also cageable, so check the auction house. To get started, take that level 120 plus Alliance character to the Mildenhull Meadery flight point here. Summon your Bumbles or Seabreeze Bumblebee pet and take him over to Barry. You can't miss him, he's covered in bees. He tells you to follow the green clouds. At this point, you can fly yourself directly to the hive located here. You don't need to do anything with the bee farts at all, they're just pointing the way. Approach the hive and both Barry and a big angry bee will show up. Next, turn around and walk a little ways to this point here and loot your first thin jelly. It is the only spot that you can get that first one. Show that to the big bee, and then talk to Barry, who will dance with her, and then you can enter the hive. Give your jelly to the goo bee on your left, which will give you 20 rep with the Honeyback Hive. Congrats, you are now officially started. Until you've done all that, you won't be able to see jelly nodes, and the rare will not give you rep, so it's important to do that beginning in order. So now you've got 2 different bee-related bars to fill. The goo bee has its own friendship meter, and there's also the Honeyback Hive rep. Those are separate, but you tend to get both together, so it doesn't actually matter that much. Your only source of friendship is jelly. You get jelly from a few different sources and turn it into your goo bee. Each thin jelly gives 5 friendship and 20 rep, so you'll need 700 thin jelly per friendship level. There are 3 tiers of friendship with this thing, so you'll need a total of 2100 jelly to cap both your friendship and your rep. You can also find rare rich jelly and epic royal jelly, worth 4 and 8 thin jellies each respectively. You can trade your jellies at the hive for better ones, but the rep turn-in math checks out dead even. Trade your jellies if you need better ones for the vendor or just want to click less turning them in, otherwise don't worry about it. So there's 3 sources of jelly. First are the jelly deposit nodes. They look like this and you'll find them all over Stormsong Valley. If you're not seeing any, go back and make sure that you gave that intro bit to the harvester. Jelly deposits are shared like other nodes, so multiple people can loot the same one. As you gain rep, the nodes will give you more jelly. At Honored, you'll start seeing the blue rich jellies occasionally drop, and at Revered, you have a chance to see the epic royal jellies. They can also drop consumable bee hats and the jelly magnet, which gives you more jelly from deposits for half an hour. I also recommend getting yourself a few sets of monal hardened stirrups to let you gather nodes without dismounting. Once you hit Revered Reputation, you can buy the Bee Holder's Goggles from Barry the Beekeeper, who hangs out right outside the hive. They'll cost you 20 rich jelly, but speed up farming significantly. If you don't want to invest the jelly, see if you can get into a group with someone who has, and follow them around for a faster farm. The second source is the Honeyback Harvester events. Those are rare events you can find where you'll fend off waves of attackers to protect a friendly bee. At the end, you'll loot a fresh jelly deposit with, again, jelly and potential goodies like the magnet. You can start an event if you find a friendly Honeyback Harvester NPC, which can rarely spawn in these locations. You can do these multiple times per day, and I recommend keeping an eye on the group finder and general chat for harvester events to join. They're reportedly dropping more and better loot depending on the rares that spawned in the event, which may or may not be tied to how quickly you kill the waves. Your third jelly source is our good friend, the Honey Smasher. We don't really know much about him, but he's clearly living his best life. The Honey Smasher is an elite rare with a ton of health that spawns pretty often up here north of the hive. Kill him once per day for 500 reputation and some jelly, among other goodies like the hats and magnet. You'll probably want some help, so check the group finder. You do still get your rewards even if you're in a raid group, so fill it up. My only other tip for him is don't pull him too far from his spawn point. He tethers and resets really early, and that's just a bad day. Time for an important fun jelly fact. It does not bind to you at all. You can farm jelly on your alts and send it to your main, post it on the auction house, buy it on the auction house, all that good stuff. So that's how you grind, and here's what you get. The mount reward is of course the Honeyback Harvester's Harness. To get the mount, all you need to do is raise your goo bee through 3 friendship levels to mature and then complete a short quest line. You technically don't need the rep at all for the mount, but you'll get it anyways while turning in jelly, and higher rep will make your farming go faster. There are also 3 new butterfly pets you can get from this. The Sun-Soaked Flitter and Poppy both have a chance to drop from the fresh jelly deposit at the end of the Harvester defense events. The Crimson Skipper Butterfly has a chance to drop from the Honey Smasher. Those are all cageable, so you can buy or sell them on the auction house, and they are usable on Horde characters. If you want more colors or just a pretty butterfly sooner than that, that model is also available in the Blue Flitter Vendor Pet and Leafy Flutterwing Zildazar Wild Pet. There are a few other items you can get from the 3 sources, such as the cosmetic bee pet hats and BB gun, but those are consumables and not permanent toys. The other vendor items like
Hello. Beware the living. Hello. Our time will will come. What now? Goodbye. What do you require? Watch your back.
That was so bad, man. I tried to be greedy on the sapper. Do I want it? It's an hunter weapon. I mean, bro, I don't even care that I have Ashken. I can't pass, man. 229 to 344, like, it's a. You know what I mean? Like, even the damage is. But it's better for sure. I don't really care though.
And shit like that.
Next week I'm taking 2 day offs as usual.
Wait, is the Lasher stunnable? I don't think the Lasher.
Because I already feel like I'm gonna be super tired.
It's immune. It's immune.
Yeah.
I just tried.
Yesterday I did
better
order
than
my
fucking
pizza,
boss, dude.
man. So today we're gonna eat something. Wow, the
you know,
cam
but-
is. What is my camera bad?
1 year.
There's
Little
one in here, I forget
celebration
which one it is, but when you
OFC.
cleanse it does
It's
You know what,
3,000
man?
damage,
Look at
so
you.
just
I want to
keep
see
an eye
you,
on
man,
people's
for fun.
phones.
Is it the very first thing you
that's who
see?
brought it.
You see? Let's see.
Yeah. That's the boss.
Yeah. You got banned once.
Do we want to pick up the square?
Shout now it good, man. Everyone got banned at least
yeah.
one time, man, in my channel. I think I'm gonna do a giveaway, man, to the people that never got banned. I'm gonna give away something. Trust me, man. We will have 5 people in the giveaway if we're lucky. I don't think so, actually.
So that
Everyone
the
got
thing
at
you
least
kill
banned
first
once.
doesn't have damage, so we just kill it.
Oh my god, I'm excited! I like this game. Watch out. Watch out. Hey, by the way, I was super proud of me though. Even though, okay, I did a payo chain. I did payo chain on Ganis, on Ketoon, but I still finished number 1 on Ketoon. And second thing, I was 5th overall damage on Trash and Boss. Can we have something in the chat? That is insane. 5. Well, you can see now I don't care. You can kill me. I don't have the buff. Yeah. But nice. One minute, piece of shit. Is and you run. You guys feel me? So whenever you get it, you pitch it and get it, pitch it and get it. Yes. You guys type on it. No, but it's true. It's insane. Not ultimate. It's just like, bro, you don't take time. So whenever you get it, you pitch it again.
Back to some professional StarCraft 2 from the North American Team League Rumble. Team Alpha X versus Team Exxon. Head to head. And they're 2-star players. Well, actually, Team Exxon and Team Alpha also have some highlight players, but at least 2 of their best. The Canadian Maru, a former WCSNA champion, and one of the top Terrans in all of North America. Masa. And in the bottom right, that other best player from Mexico, the Zerg, who's always near the very top. It's Team Exxon's Cham. I don't know what I expected. Welcome to Submarine. And I want to give a shout out to Drickett, as always, for putting things together. And I want you to imagine exactly how someone would sound when they say this, but he's
Lukta.
Sug.
Greetings.
What do you need? Loktar, go forth.
He said, this game is hardcore, man. No, just this game is hardcore. I added the man for dramatic effect, but that was embellishing. He just said, the game is hardcore. So, you be the judge. Are you hardcore? Do you love hardcore? No? Well, get out! Alright, the rest of you like, subscribe, ring the bell, and prepare yourselves for a 2-Rex Reaper opener on Submarine. The shortest rush distance in the entire map pool. Those Reapers can get straight across. There's a jump location in the back of the natural, which can actually be pretty troublesome. There's a jump location into the main. And of course, this is a wall. Now, Cham's going to see it relatively early. The Overlord, of course, already over there. It's only 2 barracks, which is, obviously you're going to have more resources to get a command center quicker. Usually we see if a real commitment in 3 racks. If it's less than 3 racks, that it's just a designated pressure. Oh, speaking of which, hopefully we see... Oh, a Zergling has already died. Something rarely seen in this day and age. But this will not be the end of the Reapers. He's going to build at least 3. I see a Marine in the production tab. 2 Reapers, of course, having a pretty easy time with those slowlings. But the only real purpose here is to keep Cham contained. Masa's just trying to keep the pressure on. So, well, once again, the rush distance really factors in. Some maps have slightly lower, slightly longer rush distances. But this is a significant... Like, it's half the distance of Eternal Empire. And that really factors into any sort of follow-up. It's the difference between having another 20 Zerglings. Oh my god, the Zerglings! Speaking of, in the perfect spot. Killing 1 Reaper and the second one tucking its tail and barely making it out. Even against slowlings. So it's obvious at this stage. He lifted the barracks to kill the Overlord. Well, that kind of gives away there are no more Reapers coming. a whole lot of Lings were built. I think Cham maybe overreacted a little bit. He did get that Reaper, but it is a lot of Lings to be building. If you look at the workers count, you can see the Reapers oftentimes spur an overreaction. I think part of what happened is Cham, he saw 2 barracks at the front, but that didn't mean there was a...
I go to Classic.
It's too far away.
So I put a video of what Apollo does, you know, when he itches on that vet page, and the vet said that they suspect that he has hyper syndrome. It's this, I don't know how to say the word, but it says basically means an increase in sensitivity. If your cat has a syndrome, you will probably be aware what it's been, blah blah. The cat acts as though they have pain from simply being petted, which he doesn't do that. But it says their skin seems to twitch as if it's irritated just by the air passing over them. Some cats attack their tails or even go running through the house screaming. Cats with a milder disease may simply lick or bite their paws to response to petting. They said it's treatable with meds. And then another vet said, I agree, that could be a syndrome, but I would have your vet check his anal glands. I have had some strange behaviors that were caused by infected or impacted anal glands. I finally got someone to say something to my post. They wouldn't say anything about the dog, but then answered that. Okay, now what do I do? I'm sorry, what? No. So I'll change realm? Blood sail? Okay, so I had a water sitting down here from earlier and I want to drink it and now my throat like burned and my tongue burned. Shut up. Ew, this torrent's ugly compared to the other ones. Ew. I know. I just said torrent. Ew, I don't like them. I like the new one better. Did you quit moving? Why?
I need to get closer.
Okay. Inner world? Do I have to put HC after my name? I didn't. Thanks. Hmm? A torrent? I don't know. It's Harania. I don't like how I have to press the right click, and the other one you don't have that.
It's too far away. I don't have a target.
Crap. It wanted me to equip with something and I pressed escape because I was trying to fix the looting. What does that mean? What do you mean classic player? I'm not in a guild. Oh, I didn't even know. Where? Should I say something? Well, I didn't notice it. How do I do it? I don't know how to do /G.
I'm out of range.
I'm playing, I don't read.
It's too far away. How do you run around and kill
kill him with your axe.
I need to get closer.
When you first start. Yes. Do you run around or what? Right?
I'm out of range. I can't cast that yet.
Yeah, but I'm trying to run away to shoot them again, and I can't. They're right up my ass. Is this supposed to be harder? It's hard. Level 2.
That's
They
still
run so
recharging.
slow. Thought we were gonna play together. So confused what your idea of playing together is. I thought you meant like doing quests together.
By breaking the boundaries of knowledge, shatter the expectations, think beyond four walls, feed your curiosity, be a champion, a leader, an artist, be a defender, an influencer, a visionary, move society forward, save the planet, heal the wounded, transform the future. It's all here. Make it yours at Oakland University.
Parkour? A3's gonna die then.
Did you see my torn?
A3's coming with me.
You don't want to see it? Reach level 3. What am I supposed to do?
Alright, this thing. Wait, no. Go get him. Alright, we're going.
Why is my health 98? It says 98. Why isn't it 100?
Oh my god, we saved him. Oh my god, we saved them.
It says kill the enemies around this area level 3. All there is plane slide.
Oh
Is that what
my
I'm
god.
supposed to kill?
Oh, we about had to
It
get
says
rid of.
kill around this area. Reach level 3.
You're using
Oh,
hardcore add-on
yeah,
disable
okay, never
now.
mind.
Just call
I
yeah,
get it
yeah,
now.
that's what I'm saying. I had to. Oh, you weren't in here when I first started. Every time people were logging on and off Svetska, I got these huge lag spikes. It's like Cargos and Grays. Cargos was seeing like it was lagging me. Like the game would just like almost want to disconnect me every time. So yeah, I already had to turn it off.
It's too far away. I need to get
just
closer.
get mana. But some of these songs just end up being like stupid quiet.
You didn't say anything about our massage I scheduled.
Like I swear, if I turn
No, but you
it
didn't say
up
anything.
and it gets like stupid loud, I appreciate that, Svetska. It killed 2 people though. Like I noticed people were going offline a lot and then coming online, and it was just lagging every time.
Nothing still?
You didn't die, did you? To that? Or hopefully not. Period, right?
You're not saying anything about it.
Okay, good.
I
What
told
level are you
today.
now?
I scheduled it today. No one said that this morning.
About to be 16. Let's go, dude.
Apparently.
That's what's up. You're catching up. You're about to be back. About to be back right where you were, like nothing ever happened. Oh no. That's what's up, man. Keep the grind. All right, so yeah, this is getting kind of loud. So right here, 3 mobs spawn. We don't really want to hang out right here.
My head hurts.
Wife just started Hardcore Classic today. Jesus, take the wheel. Dude, that's awesome. You guys gonna run duo? No? Hey, that's awesome though. What's she plan on playing? Oh, she started 2 months ago? I got you. That's awesome though. She playing Hunter? There you go. If she ever needs
I'm out
help or
of range.
something, I don't care to help. So you play Hunter too, right? So she's got the master in her corner. Alright, we're gonna casually clear a little bit more Murlocs.
The druid.
And they stun, or I'm gonna stun with the pet. I really need to just sit down.
Yes!
I might,
Too
since
far
I'm
away.
safe right here. Relatively safe.
This guy's a druid and he's a tauren.
Alright, just hide a little bit. Hunter and Priest. Dude, that's awesome. Alright, I'm gonna hide my webcam just for now, guys. I'm gonna eat real quick, but I'm still here.
Anybody say anything when I joined? I know, besides that. Say that I'm...
They're basically a hot dog.
Blood and thunder.
Hello?
They're really good, though.
I said, did you say that I'm new? What did they say? Wow. Why did they say that?
Where'd my name come from? Well, My name was originally Kigo, but K-I-G-O. And
I'm level 3.
it was randomly generated on World of Warcraft on my first warrior I ever made.
Now I gotta go kill mountain
Back in like
lions.
Wrath the Lich King when I made the warrior. And yeah, I was always Kigo, K-I-G-O, until I could not have that name on Twitch. This name was actually like a secondary, second name I would have. And yeah, just kind of someone else has K-I-G-O on Twitch, so I went with this. So yep, totally random generated from WoW. I'm actually really happy with it. Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. That's actually cool that we all kind of have that story too. Do I hate guns on Hunter? Your least favorite weapon? I've generally stayed with bows. I lucked out with this crossbow, but yeah, for the most part, I just like yeah, they're really loud. I mean, I'm all about performance though, but yeah, at a certain point, it's kind of annoying. Laladina? Nom, what's up, dude? I have my webcam off because I'm eating right now, but how you doing, Nom?
So in this game, like,
We almost lost Batty 3 earlier. These Murlocs get spooky,
animals that don't usually, I don't know.
Thanks for a follow, man. I'm just eating
Their
real
name's
quick.
not in red on this game.
You don't know? You had to refollow? Hey, dude, you follow as many times as you want.
Yeah, but they would in
Yeah, I'm
other
doing
game.
good, man. Started the stream on. Oh, see, this is a triple spawn we ran into earlier. Yo, look at this crossbow. Crystal pipe or crystal pine stinger. It upgraded the raptor bow from Ormar's Revenge.
He ran
Omar's
away.
Revenge or whatever. Not Omar.
I was
That's not
running.
funny.
And I guess
It's
I
pretty
ran too
solid,
far
dude. This
away.
will
and
hold me
he
to 42. Oh, we got our last one. Sometimes your guild, yeah, dude, it's sick. It upgraded my DPS, went from 12.6 to 15.9, and it added 10 top damage.
Inventory is full.
Sometimes your guild play Lola and the Kinks on the DJ bot. That's awesome. Let's turn this quest in since we're so far out. Yeah, we're level 37. We just started really digging in. The last time I was in this, I had this boar because my bird died, so I had to kind of level my boar. He was only like 32 and missing a lot of the mobs. I couldn't really be here. It's the only bad thing about Rip Carrying Bird, but he was able to full tank all. What was his name? Hold on. He was able to tank the guy in here, Morbid Fell. All of his mobs and Morbid Fell, and I killed Morbid Fell and the bird died at the end.
I don't
I'm playing
like
Hunter.
this
When?
game.
I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full.
Dude, Nom-Nom's got some plays,
I
dude.
think I'm getting the hang of it. Inventory is full.
You playing any tonight, Nom, or
What am I supposed to do?
what are you up to? Frog leg stew. My pet don't even want that. Let me get rid of that crap. I don't want to do an escort. Not
You're
yet.
a bad teacher.
$40 unpopped darkness die. Let me go turn this in just in case. Actually, I got so many quests down here. I don't know. We'll just go here. I got bag room. Getting on soon? Yeah, finished dinner, just chilling. That's awesome, man. If you guys don't know who Nam is, you probably should go give him a follow. He's a beast. He was were you the first 60? You were the first 60 hardcore, right? Got a flex over there. Yeah, Nam's our leader. So take me to your leader, and Nom is just sitting there on the throne saying, yes. What is it?
Where'd they go?
I'm out of range.
You're 5th and 6th? Oh, that's sick, though. The fact that you've got 2 is insane.
So
I can tell you right now, if Nom gets to 59 on a warrior, there's no chance.
hope he sleeps.
I don't know if you could ever
Oh, I
persuade
guess
him
it's
to
shit.
do that. I'm just eating this last little bit. I'll have my webcam on, guys.
I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full.
Was it mage and something else? Mage and rogue? No, Dustbone's rogue. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. You know what? I'm gonna keep leashing that? Okay. We'll fight this. It's okay. We gotta be a little careful here. Oh, it was rogue. Why do I feel like this is a bad place?
Maybe I wouldn't have such a hard time if I didn't have it so zoomed in.
Oh, cool.
I just did. I just left it how it was. I was having. I just couldn't see where. I wasn't seeing how close they were.
I'm so glad I have improvement pet. Okay, so rank 1. Let's go. Come on. Don't let me
I
down.
need a target.
There we go. Let's put 1 point in it.
Yeah, how can you scratch we're that far away from so unrealistic.
Still haven't trained it?
I
Oh,
can't
dude,
carry
it's worth
anymore.
it. Well, maybe not like you're better. It can save your pet. All right. You don't play Mortal
Gosh,
Pet?
it's
It's
so
fun.
slow.
Inventory is full.
makes it a little more high stakes.
Now I can actually
Like,
see
I
when
have to
it's
worry.
coming
If
up
I
on
pick
me.
up a third mob, I can lose baddie 3.
Hey, it's running away now. Why does it do that? I don't have a.
So, when I'm wanting to do min pet purely just to get off the poison, I'll just do a rank 1 that's only 50 mana compared
Why does
to the
it run away from you
225.
when you?
And you know, there you go.
I can't carry anymore.
So I don't even have to go under the cave. I just farm out here as safety. What are you gonna?
Inventory.
You're gonna
is
play
full.
BM on Hunter, aren't you? Nom, if you're still here. I think BM's pretty good. I kind of want to tinker around with just getting intimidation and not really focusing too hard on the other abilities. Being able to
can't
transition
carry
into
anymore.
marks and survival a little bit quicker.
Inventory is full.
Not necessarily hit Bestial Wrath or even Frenzy. I don't even know if I need Ferocity. Because
Blinking
intimidation
red.
gives so much threat.
Me. Oh. My name.
Oh. Awesome. Well, thank you.
I don't have a target.
Projects too. Mortal Pets, okay. It's definitely changing everything.
Killed it with my gun that time.
It changes everything.
I didn't have to use
Ah,
the
poison's
axe.
no problem. You have to play, you have to approach pulls different too as a hunter, which I think is kind of like the whole
Hard getting
feel
used to
for
because I
hunters.
usually just stand there.
I don't want to I don't want to pull like 3 or 4 mobs, knowing I'll be able to kill like 2 or
You
3,
didn't
maybe
teach
all
me
of them,
that you had to run away.
but not be able to, you know, but my pet die, and then just go revive my pet. And like, okay, cool, because Hunter's so strong that it can do that. But the fact that you know, the fact that I pulled 3 mobs there unintentionally and almost lost my pet made it so much more epic when I was able to salvage my pet.
Inventory is full.
Let's get some
I
more
can't
music on,
carry
shall we?
anymore.
Do a little bit of Draenor.
One more pelt. Takes forever.
But Mortal Pet is definitely not for everybody. I don't even know if it's for me. I just decided to do it, and now I have to stick with it, you know? It'd be kind of awkward to give 3 funerals to my pets and then decide I don't want to, you know. Just went to equip a green. Press accept. You do want to equip it. It just deleted the green. Oh no, what green was it?
Anyway,
Some cheap green and barons, but still, green's a green. Obviously, you're gonna wear it. All right, I need to go down. Give him
What are you doing?
the heads. Get information about
That
Reese,
spell isn't
Balos,
good.
Jackin, and the deserters. Why do I feel like I'm gonna have to fight the deserters? Level 38. We can do it.
go turn in my quest.
All right, spiders, give me your eyes.
Halfway to 4.
Spider's twitching out over here.
What level are you? So when do you know when Shadowlands is coming out?
Alright.
I need to know if you want me to take off.
28 out of 40.
I'm just not
We'll
around the
pop- we'll pop
holiday.
cooldowns. We'll do it.
Thanksgiving might be good. But I don't
Can
know.
I train my pet yet? No, I cannot.
I don't know.
What kind of pet you got, Svetska?
I think I would be working.
What you rocking with?
She said that I'd have Christmas off, so I might be working.
You have Rake? Well, there you go. Guess Rake's okay. That's the quick attack pet, right? That's a 2-minute poison? Fastest in the game, not that it matters in PvE? Yeah. Yeah. It's still cool to hold around, right? Even if you want another pet, just put that in stable. Doesn't matter when you get Frenzy talent, he then sims as high as DPS, yeah. There you go.
Inventory is full.
Which is good. We like DPS. Alright, see if I can clear this. There we go.
I'm so tired.
Alright.
What?
We're just gonna let our mana tick back. We'll just be careful. Oh, okay. No. Come back here. Come back here. Come back here. Come back here. No.
Strength.
Too
and
many
honor.
spiders respawning at the same time.
Dabu. Hello, man. Spirits be with ya, man.
Here we go. Batty 3 still alive. That was kind of spooky. Alright, we will stay out in the outskirts. Just get a tick of that
got
mana.
the good stuff, man. Later.
Why are they evading one? That pisses me off.
Yo, Nom, are you still in chat?
Evade. I was attacking them.
You might have started streaming.
Spirits be with ya, man. What is it? Victory for Sylvanas.
Oh, 2 more.
For the Horde.
You know what I was thinking, guys? What I was going to suggest? You know, like, I don't know if they allow it.
That druid healed me.
But, I don't know. Maybe not. I was going to think, like, when you're in a group for a dungeon,
That was nice.
how, you know, it'd be cool if, like, a mage could give, like, one
Kept
stack
saying,
of
what's
food or
happening
water.
to me?
But then that
This
would be
green
the thing
stuff
to do
was
if you're
appearing
gonna play.
underneath
I
me,
don't
and
know.
then
That's potential to, like, people be weird with it. Like,
my
if you're
health
going to
got
play for
better.
the day, hurry and try and
Back.
run a dungeon, so, you know. It's hard to say, because it's like, hurry and run a dungeon, make sure you have a mage so you can get a stack of free food. Yeah, it kind of gets a little cheesy. I mean, it's just food. should be tradable. Yeah, tradable, but oh my god. Tradable, but not
Almost level 4.
but only in like a dungeon scenario. Maybe if anything, dude, like have a honor system while you're in the dungeon. Like this would be a thing that still allows you to keep the utility of like a warlock with hellstones. While you're in that dungeon, you're allowed to have 1 hellstone. You're allowed to have, 1 stack of food. But as soon as you leave that dungeon, on your recording, you have to delete all the food. You cannot use it outside of that.
You wish to speak?
Yeah, I think that has potential.
Almost. I think I got one more to kill.
Greetings.
That way, you're still able to, get a little bit more of that juice out of, just like summoning. Summoning for the pure of running the dungeon
May
should be
the eternal
just, fine.
sun shine upon.
Looking for something special?
Stuff like that. I mean, I don't want it to start getting tricky, but you're allowing people to run dungeons together anyway, out in a solo thing.
What brings you here?
So.
Farewell.
Neither
Level
one
4.
are good. I don't need strength. Melee hunter win.
How may I aid you?
Okay, it
We
says
shall meet again.
find a trainer or decline.
Yeah, I think that has potential.
Yeah, it says you have new task skills available.
Yeah, it's utility. Well, I mean, the only problem with the Hellstone, maybe the food would be the only thing.
Peace, friend.
Can I help you?
Yeah. I think the only
Did you see that picture
the
I
real
sent
thing
you?
would be like food could be allowed in that rule, because people would use a Hellstone
Saint
before they
Bernards
use
are
a
the
potion.
stinkiest dog breed.
So that's the only thing I would see.
What'd you think of that? It's because of the drool.
But using a food like a stack of mage food over just like some junk food I bought at a vendor.
Yeah, they're not the
that's
sweetest
not
dog
a
breed.
big deal. Inventory's full. Okay.
Rather have that over a crazy psychotic dog you couldn't trust.
Wait. Uh-oh. Get him. Alright, so he's attacking me.
Be careful.
I use my pet.
Ah,
Sorry
I
for my
have
brother.
just the thing for you.
I use my pet to tag the Crocodilus,
Walk with the
and I go back to hitting that. If I get the Crocodilus looked at me, I feign. Alright. So now I use my pet to intimidate. I can finish the pet.
It says the goal of treatment is ultimately to provide the cat good life quality, free from discomfort. The cat should not have seizures. They could have seizures, it says. Self-manipulate, become incontinent, or act aggressive during it.
These guys are tanky.
Medication may be needed if your cat rarely undergoes compulsive grooming.
Hail.
No. I think it's mild.
Forceful, don't care. Alright. We got a
A
buff.
good first step is to manage itching. Itch stimulation leads to
stealth.
grooming, which can lead to full-blown episode. See,
got
I
a
tried that
buff.
omega-3 fatty acid supplement. He didn't like it.
Water, no. Alright. We can run through most of this stuff. Off to bed. Have a good night.